Good morning. We're going to take a couple minutes and we're going to read today in the Jesus Calling book because it's pretty impactful to me. So I thought I would share my perspective with you guys. March 9th. A rest in my radiant presence. The world around you seems to spin faster and faster till everything is a blur. Do you ever feel like that? Like some days you're so busy that it's just, you don't even know what's going on. Yet there is a cushion of calm at the center of your life, where you live in union with me. A cushion of calm at the center of your life. You see, for me, there used to be so many other things that were taking precedent over what was supposed to be the center, right? God is the center. He doesn't come first. He is the center. Everything evolves around him. Where you live in union with me. You see, when you have God at the center of your life, and I've experienced this because when he's not at the center, and I just try to fit him into all the stuff that I'm doing, I don't feel that sense of oneness, that closeness that I feel when I know he's at the center. Where you live in union with me. Returning to this soothing center. You see, like I said, sometimes we get away from that, right? So returning to this soothing center as often as you can, because life is busy, right? We all have something to do every day, all the time, nonstop. So we have to keep our mindset on what is the center. Return to the soothing center as often as you can. So whenever we realize, you see, we have to be aware. You can do all the personal self-development all day, but if you're not aware of how you're actually thinking, being, feeling, seeing, then you're not going to be able to know when you fall away. For this is where you are energized. Wow. Return to the soothing center as often as you can, for this is where you are energized. Filled with my love, joy, and peace. Who could use a little more love, joy, and peace in their life? I could. I mean, I don't know about you, but I can. So when I'm aware of what's going on in my day-to-day activities, and sometimes the activities can be in my mind because it's what you think about your activities, it's what you think about your day, it's what you think, your perspective of what you think about what's going on in your life causes you to have a sense of feeling about whatever it is going on in your day. And so I have been able to feel more energized, right? I have been filled with more love and joy and peace because I keep God at the center. He's not just a piece in my puzzle. He's the puzzle. He puts the pieces together for me. The world is a needy place. Man, that's the truth. Everybody needs something. Everybody wants something. Everybody needs something, right? The world is a needy place. Do not go there for sustenance. What do most of us do when we feel a certain type of way about something? We go on Facebook or Instagram or this or social, and we blast it, and then sometimes we delete it because we just want to see if people are watching. But why are we turning to the world for value, for comfort? Do not go there for sustenance. Instead, come to me. The world is a needy place. Do not go there for sustenance. Instead, come to me. Learn to depend on me alone. I know that in my life, when I've tried to do things myself, I've tried to control them myself, I've tried to make everything happen myself, it only gets me so far. So we have to learn to depend on him alone, right? Learn to depend on me alone, and your weakness will become saturated with my power. Man, your weakness will become saturated with my power. In my weakest moment, my weakest moment of my life was the day that my dad transitioned to heaven. And I like some water. And became saturated with my power. Wow. So in my weakest moment, I became literally saturated with his power. Because he gave me the perspective that I should have. I sought after his perspective for me on how I should feel, how I should be. Your weakness will become saturated with my power. When you find your completeness in me, you see, I've been all over the world. I have eaten at a lot of nice restaurants. I have had a lot of experiences. None of them have gave me a sense of completeness. Or even if they do, it's just for that short period of time, right? When you find your completeness in me, you can help other people without using them to meet your own needs. Oh, wow. So like the last few years of my life, people just hit me up. Why? Because they think I can help them in what's something that will help them. They don't even care about me. They just want to suck whatever's in me so that they can help themselves. And then once they get that, they're gone. Because you can't help other people without, every relationship is transactional. You can't actually go seek a relationship with somebody that's not transactional if you don't have a sense of completeness, which comes from being in him, right? When you find your completeness in me, you can help other people without using them to meet your own needs. That means that, I'll use myself as an example. So I have a sense of completeness in God. I trust in him. My energy comes from him. So I am able to help somebody else without expecting anything in return. I don't expect something. I'm not like, hey, I'm going to help you feel a little bit better so that you can come do my opportunity. Hey, the only reason I'm even talking to you is because the underlying meaning of why I'm talking to you is because I have this opportunity that I think you'd be great at, and that's why I want to help you. But the moment that I find out that I'm not going to make any money off you or do this or do that, then you're using, right? When you find your completeness in me, you can help other people without using them to meet your own needs. Live in the light of my presence. Wow. Live in the light of my presence. So if we feel that we're in darkness, if we feel depressed, if we feel a certain type of not positive emotion that we're embracing and living and being, then we're not living in the light of his presence. So instead of seeking the world, instead of seeking affirmations from friends, instead of seeking some group or community to help build you up, you see, people that haven't even helped themselves can only build other people up to a certain level. Because that level, to live in the light of my presence, the level of peace and comfort that you want is only attainable by having a sense of completeness in him. and your light, live in the light of my presence, and your light will shine brightly into the lives of others. Now that's the end right there. Live in the light of my presence and your light. So when we're living in the light of his presence, then our own uniqueness, right? Once we're comfortable with ourselves, we're comfortable with who we are. In order to be comfortable with who we are, we need to know where we came from to begin with. Your light will shine brightly into the lives of others. You see, when you're living in the presence of his light, then our own light, and we start to feel more comfortable with ourselves, then our own light is able to shine brightly into the lives of others. That's how you help other people. You see, the reason that they say on the airplane that, hey, before you help your kid, cover your own face, is because you can't help anybody else unless you help yourself first. So take that time, remove yourself from the people that are draining you and you're taking your thoughts and your dreams and whatever you think you're supposed to do to your friends or to people that don't even have the right perspective on your life because they are going through their own things and they haven't even taken the time out to help themselves. And once you're living in the light of his presence, then your light can shine brightly into the lives of others. At the bottom of this page, it says there's 2 verses that relate to that passage in the Jesus Calling book, right? Galatians 5:22 and 1 John 4:12. So I hope this helps somebody today. I hope this helps somebody understand how we need to feel a sense of completeness. So have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Talk to y'all later.